Pete, live from the tablecloth. This is
Swift Jesus.
And there sits the goat. Just enjoying her. I can't not laugh.
I just looked back at one of the older episodes.
Just the
and you're like, you laugh every time. I go, so do you. And you're snickering because it's really funny.
Peter Frampton was pissed. Did you hear about that? Because he said Megadeth destroyed the fucking stage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what a bitch.
I know.
What do you mean destroyed the stage?
They did a sound check before a fucking storm or some
yeah.
shit, and he said Peter Frampton said it destroyed the stage, and Dave Mustaine said no. That's funny. That's funny shit. Frampton needs to go not become alive anymore. He needs to go back to where he came from. Somebody move the fucking rock. I know it.
What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
When you move rocks, horrible things come out. You know, spiders.
Oh, snakes
scorpions,
and shit, yeah.
Snakes, all kinds of shit. So, yeah, somebody moved that fucking rock. And not that anybody was begging for Frampton to play. You know, I would have no need for Frampton to play somewhere.
He saw Frampton.
Yeah.
When he was a little baby.
When
he was like 2 years old. At the Orange County Fair.
Yeah. So Linkin Park debuted the new song "Heavy as a Crown."
Okay, so we're gonna talk about this.
Yes, we are.
What?
So,
I haven't.
I didn't like it.
I didn't listen to it. I didn't even know they had a song come out.
Well, yeah, because Armstrong is the new singer, and she is.
Oh, that's right, the girl.
You know, I don't think she's terrible.
I don't think the music is all that great. I don't think she's terrible, but I don't think the whole fucking package is shit. Just to be honest.
I think it's one of those. It's not going to be one of those Van Halen and
where you can switch and it'll still be good.
Switched in it. Yeah, I mean, I think that
we got a girl.
Their music. Okay, look. Let's just put it into perspective. Mike said, "Hey, look, we understand that some people might not like it. We're digging it right now. We're enjoying ourselves.
Hey, that's
all the power to you, right? Because that's what it's all about, enjoying what you do."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm kind of taking it as that. There are some fans that really like it, some fans that don't. I don't particularly like the sound of those songs being sung with a girl's voice. I don't know if it's just because I was used to Chester or just because there's some things that I don't really know what it is. I just know that I'm not a huge fan of it. I can dig what they're doing, and I'm cool with it, and that's great. I just don't know if it's my cup of tea. That's all.
No, it's not my cup of tea either.
I think we've covered this in a couple episodes where it's pretty rare for bands to get people like going from like Bon Scott to Brian Johnson or...
Absolutely. I just read an article about that too.
Or
you had David Lee Roth and then it went to Sammy Hagar.
Yeah.
You've got some bands that have been able to pull it off.
Right.
And it's not by the sound of it or anything like that. By the sound, like they sound similar. Not like Journey with, Steve Perry and then Arnell coming in and he really sounded like Steve Perry. Which there again, he's getting a lot of backlash because Arnell, he had a bad concert, I guess, that he didn't sound great. But they're on the road constantly, and his voice just kind of gave out a little bit. And I guess people were just bagging on him, and he's like, "Hey, look, I'll go ahead and I'll do this, I'll do this like pull, and if you guys want me to leave, I'll bail. I'll be done with it, whatever." And then his one of the guys in the band was like, "Hell no, you gotta stop listening to these people. They don't know what they're talking about." But there again, he sounded a lot like Steve Perry. These other people sound completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you have that, there's not that similarity, and I don't even know. I can't tell you what Sammy Hagar sounds like playing Too Hot for the Teacher or whatever. Like, I don't know if did they sing that at their concerts? I don't know.
I don't know if they did rock
I know.
era stuff with Hagar.
I know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if they kept it completely separate.
Maybe.
I'm interested in it, but
A lot of bands have a tendency of doing that, or a lot of singers have a tendency
And
of doing it.
obviously Johnson, you know, sorry.
Awesome. We're gonna hear a phone conversation.
Hello, this is
Bon,
Ian.
for me, Bon Scott and Brian Johnson sound kind of
Yes.
alike.
Brian, yeah.
I mean, they're
Similar,
not exact,
not
but they're very
dissimilar,
similar
more
voices.
similar than not.
They are.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
but yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's very rare for bands to go from one singer to the next and actually have it
I think it's just
do
your
even
normal.
close to the same amount,
Yeah.
or same amount of popularity.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's fine.
so,
Okay.
sorry, I'm actually gonna, I'm trying to
Yes,
find
they are.
Sammy
Alright,
Hagar
thanks.
singing a Roth era Van Halen. Because now I'm curious.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
No, Uriah Heep's on their farewell tour.
Sounds great,
I
thanks so
had
much.
no idea they were touring
All right. Bye.
still
Wait, who
after
is?
Uriah Heep.
Sorry about that.
So, yeah, they're touring.
Who is?
Uriah Heep. They're touring and like
I don't
had.
even know
I
who
thought, yeah, you do.
No,
You've
I
heard-
don't.
Is there any way to
No, just let it go.
just let it go?
I don't even know how you'd go about spelling that. So
Sounds like a urine something. So, have you guys heard anything about this Jane's Addiction concert thing that happened with Perry and Navarro and that fight that they had?
No.
Really?
No. What happened?
So Perry had a total meltdown, and
I'll be back. I'm gonna
Stop.
he came in and
I'm gonna go keep
he
the dogs out.
was acting kind of strange, and then he came up and he checked Navarro, kind of checked him, you know,
As in, like
came up and
Like shoulder check
like
him?
shoulder checked him,
shoulder checked him,
went
like
to-
piss, you know.
yeah, because he was mad,
I'd beat his ass on stage.
and Navarro was like, "What the hell is going on?" And he kind of like hit back, you know, a little bit, just to kind of push him off. And then Perry like walked around, and then when they're trying to take him off the stage or something like that, but I don't know, one of the other bandmates like punched Perry like in the stomach a couple of times. Like,
No shit.
yeah, it was intense, and then all of a sudden all this shit kind of breaks
uncalled
out,
for.
and Perry's wife comes out and goes, "Oh, you know, he was just tired of the sound not being what it was supposed to be, and he had just had enough because people in the front row were bitching at him because they couldn't hear him singing because the music was drowning him out." So he kind of went psychotic. Now he's getting medical treatment now. So something happened. They completely canceled their whole tour.
So Navarro's drummer hit him?
I don't know. No, I think it was. It was another guy that's in the band. I'm not exactly sure.
One of Navarro's bandmates.
It hit Perry like
Right.
back or whatever.
Number one,
but
if Dave Navarro, that bitch can't fucking stand up
he
to
did.
No, but I'm just saying, there's no need for another fucking dude to get
Well,
involved.
clearly they were all fighting. This
Yeah,
has
so
been
one
happening.
dude against the whole fucking band, that's a bitch move. I don't give a shit how you fucking slice it.
He just kind
That's a
of
bitch
went
move.
weird, and
You know? That'd have been awesome if fucking Perry just like karate jacked their fucking ass, you know? Like beat the piss out of him on stage.
no, clearly he's got some mental health issues going on and shit like that.
No,
so
they're all fucking pussies anyway.
I just thought it was interesting and kind of like, oh, you know, it doesn't matter how old you get, some things just fucking stay the same.
Yeah. So it's Easy Living is like the one you most recognize.
Don't play it. Don't play it.
You can for a few. Only a little bit though.
Oh, I totally know who that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about him?
No, that's what I was saying. They're on their farewell tour. I could play less than 10 seconds
So
of the bitch.
long, farewell.
And that was like less than 10
What
seconds.
makes you want to sing that song?
Because it's their final tour. I don't care.
Nobody.
Who was that again? I always forget frickin'.
Ornel Pineda reacts to
Yeah.
criticism of his vocal performance at Rock in Rio. This says he feels devastated. He looks like an old woman.
He's a really cool dude, man.
Okay. Well, that doesn't take away the fact that he looks like an old
He's a
woman.
Filipino. What do you expect? There's some of them that are a bit feminine.
Perry Farrell's wife, yeah, here it is, seeking professional help after his outburst. Okay, yeah, I got it.
You just gonna go through the shit I talked about? Like,
No, I'm going through other news. All the Remain singer are on tour with Megadeth, saying Dave Mustaine has been the most accommodating. and
yeah, but
most
Dave
friendly
Mustaine's
dude.
become a puss the last.
Not really. He still talks out, and why you know he doesn't. He knows he doesn't have to be an asshole at this point in life. You know.
No, but he does bitch about a lot of stuff, or he likes to
does
bitch about
about
people.
some-
Oh, you talk about Iron
Carla
Maiden.
Harvey's got her own fucking band now.
Who?
Project. Oh, from Butcher Babies. Oh, okay. What Iron Maiden? What?
Hailstorm opening for Iron Maiden.
They're
Yeah, in 2025.
Maiden just came out with a 2025, 2026 50-year anniversary. They're doing the first 9 albums, and they're saying that there's some songs that you're never going to hear them play again. After this tour. I think,
I remember.
like we talked about, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. They say world tour, not just European tour.
Right.
So I really am hoping that they're going to be out here.
Yeah, it'd be
If
nice.
not, we're going to miss it.
I'm not gonna miss it. We'll do something. We'll figure something out. Even if they're fucking playing Canada, I'll go into Canada and watch them. You know, not going to fucking South America. You know, fuck no.
No, but we were looking at tickets to go.
Mm-hmm.
And you're
Is
still
this-
looking at, just to do this concert, you're looking at $5,000 for a weekend.
And just to go for a few fucking days, man.
Like, if I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna go on vacation for
I'm gonna go see
days.
some
Do you know
Shags.
what I mean?
Yeah, you're gonna be gone for a while.
I'm gonna use that fucking airfare for a while.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. That's the problem with overseas stuff.
If it was like, hey, you know, less than that, like half of that, I'd be like, right on, let's go. But you know, those tickets are gonna cost a fortune.
Yeah, I think it's gonna cost a fortune.
I'd
You know-
rather stay here and pay the fortune.
Well, see, my problem is I thought, you know, when you buy a $40 ticket, you can double it, or you know, 1.5 times,
I
you
don't
know,
even
or
have
2.5
$40
times.
tickets anymore.
No. I'm making a for instance.
Oh.
You know, so you're paying $100 for a $40 fucking ticket, which is ridiculous. It's all the fees and taxes and whatever that these companies fucking put on, and this is why Megadeth and some of the other companies, or not Megadeth, but Metallica for a time, and Stone Temple Pilots, and you know these guys had a fucking hard time because it really is fucking highway robbery to, you know, and dumb motherfuckers are gonna pay the money. You know that's the problem too. Is dumb people pay the fucking money. You know.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's not dumb people pay the money. It's the if you want to go, this is what the money's going to be. This is what
Right.
the cost is going to be.
And that's why I haven't gone to a bunch
So you
of
have
shit.
to go, well, is it worth it to me to go? Is Maiden...
Is it? Well, no. I mean, you're looking at, like, certain bands. It's like, I'm gonna go see this fucking band instead of being like $100 ticket and a decent, you know, like halfway down. You're paying a lot of money to sit way up. But is it fucking really worth it? No, not really. Not anymore.
I don't think any band's worth $5,000.
No, I don't think any, you know, unless you're paying $400 to sit fucking, like, you know, to kiss their fucking boots, you know, it's not really fucking worth it, man.
Yeah.
It's getting outrageous. It's getting out of control.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and really,
Especially nowadays.
It's costing a lot to tour anymore. Too. You know, you're talking about your gas prices, your wages, all of that stuff. It's not cheap to tour.
No, it's not.
And then you have all of these people. You know, you have these like Live Nation and stuff that are charging astronomical amounts of money.
Oh yeah.
To put onto their fees. So now you're like, well, and then you gotta really watch it when you want to go and try to buy these tickets because, you know, the first thing that comes up is like StubHub, and you're like, fuck, I don't want to get it from them. What shit, man? I want to go to the direct source.
Yeah.
Right.
So you gotta watch out for that too.
Yeah. Well, this fucking, like I said, it's fucking out of control. You gotta stop that fucking dog, man. You know.
Where is she?
I walked her ass outside because she peed in the house.
Just now?
Yes. So I just cleaned it out. So I locked her ass outside.
Old fucking dog, man.
Man, muzzle that fucking dog.
Well, the problem is we never frickin' trained her.
Yeah,
to
just let her in.
No means no.
She's never potted in the house.
No,
until
I'm not
now.
saying that, but we never trained her not to bark.
Right. It's like, I just can't fucking do this with the fucking dog barking. You know? Anyway, I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, ticket prices getting out of control. You know, it just, I'd leave that thing open, and I guess squirt gun and just start squirting her fucking face. Stay the fuck out of here. That was a fucking dick move, but I don't give a shit. So I guess Alice in Change. Alice in Chains. Should probably change. Rob Zombie and Metallica.
Whips and
are
chains?
playing at a fucking place called Sonic Temple. Wherever the fuck that is.
It's in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Art and Music Festival, we're alright. It doesn't.
I locked the dogs outside, so.
Fucking A, man. Why can't they just give a fucking location? You know, if they're gonna advertise it, just get the fucking location.
Why don't you read more into it before you just start talking about it?
Well,
or are you
no,
just
it's
looking
just
at like
usually they are. They are like fucking right up front, like, hey, this is, you know, this place in fucking Daytona or California here or wherever, and it doesn't say shit.
Well, what is it called?
I
You
did
said Sonic
some
Temple?
research on
Sonic
the stuff
Temple.
that I talked about.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I have.
You
I've known.
have.
I know. I've known about all this stuff this whole week.
Oh, what stuff?
The stuff that I just talked about.
Oh.
Like I knew the stuff. I'm not just reading off of somebody else's shit.
Oh. I'm not just reading off, I'm commenting on
Fucking
shit.
with you, man.
You're a fucking douchebag.
I want to
Anyway.
see if I can get his goat.
Oh, you are the goat. Obituary announces UK headline show.
Just bring Sabaton back here.
Yeah, no shit.
Columbus, Ohio.
Sabaton?
Columbus.
The Sonic Temple.
Yeah, I wonder where Sabaton is.
I thought they were doing a Priest tour again.
They've got a tour going.
But nothing around here.
Amon Amarth's got a new music video.
Hmm.
Man, I gotta fucking. If I
Dude,
had more
I
fucking
saw
time.
them once and that was good enough.
So who?
Amon Amarth.
Oh.
They were fucking good.
It was cool, man. But just to see everybody drop to the floor and start rowing, I was like, this is some crazy shit, man.
So Sabaton's got some stuff, and Omaha, Rockford, Illinois, Montana, Idaho, Washington,
With
Oregon,
Priest, right?
Nevada, California. What?
I think with Priest.
I don't know. It's just Sabaton.
Yeah, I think it's with Priest, but they weren't coming around this area again.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Man.
Arizona, Colorado, Texas.
It kind of sucks, man. Like, it doesn't seem like Florida's getting a whole lot of shows.
Never do.
Yeah. No, for a fucking state that loves metal, I mean, shit.
We've gotten only, what, a couple of really good shows here, and we had to go to Virginia for the other ones?
Well, we got Rockville, but, I mean, come on.
I'm not going to spend that much for fucking...
We got
I might do Rockville next year.
Rockville once a fucking year, and then that's it for all your fucking music.
Depending on the
Who's
headliners
playing?
and stuff, I might do it next year.
I would
I'll just take some time off and just do it.
do it.
If they had a good lineup.
Yeah, if they had a good
Really good lineup, not just a couple...
a couple days, like, hey, I want to see one band on fucking Friday,
No, but
and then I want to see. It's like,
there's
holy
a couple
shit,
of bands
you know?
that I can dig, but you know what though? Even if you know, I mean, like Metallica's not my thing. Okay, so I'm not really keen on when they've got Metallica on there, and I'm really not like Mudvayne or anything like that. Those people aren't my kind of,
Mudbutt.
you know. I'm not real Deftones or fucking Deftones, man. Deftones can suck his butthole. I'm not a Deftones kind of person.
My butthole.
Yeah.
Well,
I won't let them touch me.
I deserve that.
Yeah, you're not good enough to touch me.
Sounds scrumptious.
But, you know, I mean, they still have sometimes some, you know, they've got like the lower tiers they consider are a lot of the people that I'd like to go see. So.
There's no lineup for 2025, so.
Yeah.
So, accepts Mark Tornillo says his statement that the U.S. is not metal territory anymore was just a passing comment. So I imagine he got a bunch of backlash for it.
Probably.
Because, hey, whoa, I just said it in passing.
Well, it's not like Accept was real, like anything. Anyway.
Accept's
You
not
got your
much
balls
anymore.
to the wall.
That's okay. So One Hit Wonder.
No, they got a couple of them.
Well, that's
Yeah, a
close
long
enough.
time ago, but not much now. They're not
Yeah.
really into anything anymore.
So yeah, they have no tickets are available.
Without a lineup.
Without a lineup.
That's just how much is okay. So
232 days.
What's the VIP pricing? What?
Oh, VIP. Welcome to Rockville Saturday. Welcome to Rockville Sunday.
4-day
pass.
VIP.
4-day pass. $1,600 each.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That's gone up a whole hell of a lot.
General for a 4-day is $400. Road GA, I don't know, whatever the fuck that means, is $1,200. 4-day GA.
General admission.
So.
But that's VIP GA.
What would the general? I mean, what would be the difference between VIP general admission and?
I have no idea what the fuck. That's weird.
Well, while you're looking at that, Judas Priest Rob Halford names next two metal acts the Rock Hall should induct. Said, let's get Maiden in and Motorhead. So pretty much the exact two bands that we keep saying should have been inducted a long time ago. But then again, I don't think Motorhead would really give a shit. And I know for a fact, Maiden doesn't give a shit. Because they said so themselves.
Interesting. I have no idea what any of this fucking means. VIP Club Lounge, VIP
so they
entrance.
want you to, largest rock festival. We want your input because they're doing a lineup now. They want your input on who you want to see. Let's see what people are saying. Afterlife. We're commenting on behalf of Island Noodles for 2025. Dying Oath. We're ready. Bring Me the Horizon. Eminem. Jelly Roll. Falling in Reverse. I'd like Falling in Reverse. Afterlife. Mudvayne. Fuck Deftones. God damn it. What is wrong with people? Sorry. I really do not like the Deftones. It's all these fucking bands that want to be in there. In this moment, Ginger, Dying Oath, Raven Black Band. Oh God, Evanescence. I think not.
You don't like
Trivia,
Evanescence?
Metallica. Ugh. Killswitch Engage. Yay.
It's not the same Killswitch.
No.
I know. I know Killswitch Engage.
Yeah, it's Jesse Leach now, not...
Oh really?
Yeah. The other guy, oh my god, I used to know his name.
Bullet for My Valentine, Alice in Chains, Machine Head, AC/DC, that would be cool. Chevelle, Papa Roach, totally Papa Roach. Nine Inch Nails, Queens of the Stone Age, Spirit Box, they were good. Ginger, love to see him. Paramore, Megadeth.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, Howard Jones left Killswitch Engage back in 2011.
They're saying it's gonna be totally Linkin Park.
Fuck Linkin Park. Oh my lord.
Bring on fucking Korn, Zombie.
Linkin Park's not even
I
metal
can go
to
for
me.
Zombie again.
I need some zombie in my life.
Well, you have
I'd
to
like
go
to
to
see
Virginia.
Korn
He
again.
likes,
It's
he likes
been
going to
a
Virginia.
while. Ghost, Iron Maiden, Killswitch, Mastodon, Stained, Misfits, Rage Against the Machine. Fuck Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, Raging for the Machine.
Goo Goo Dolls? Look, I saw Goo Goo Dolls in concert. Okay,
I didn't
guys,
even know they were still around.
but I don't see Goo Goo Dolls at Rockville. Okay.
It depends on what
That
kind
was
of goo
my
you're talking
30th
about.
birthday. I saw Goo Goo Dolls and Bon Jovi for my 30th birthday.
That was about 50 years ago.
Fuck you. It was only 21 years ago.
Yes, people were all the shit.
Fuck.
I was only 5 years old.
I was on 5.
Tool, Shine Down.
Yeah, I'll
Hell
watch it.
yeah, Godsmack.
I'll watch it. Definitely a Tool.
Slayer, Iron Maiden, Overkill, Heathen,
I wouldn't mind Overkill and Iron Maiden. You know.
Foo
Slayer.
Fighters again.
No.
He's gonna have to bring his little bitty baby that he just
That
had
dude's a
outside his
bitch.
marriage.
That dude's
you
a
hear all,
bitch anyway.
You hear all that shit?
Yeah.
Mr. Oh, I love my family. The wholesome dude just had a fucking kid with another chick. Man, if you're gonna go fuck around like that, go get snipped.
Most of us are not fucking wholesome people.
Just
You know.
It's bad enough he fucked around on his wife, and then got some other person pregnant, which means that he wasn't wearing no condom.
He was raw dogging.
Yeah. So then you're gonna bring
Or
her
she
like,
poked
to the
holes in the
wife.
condom.
You don't.
You know, men suck.
Mm-hmm.
Women do it too.
I don't want to hear anymore.
We all suck.
Human beings.
We'll just
I would
leave it
love
that
to
we're
have
the
a-
fucking warriors, and you know what? We're like cavemen.
You guys should go suck each other off.
What was that? That ain't gonna happen. What was that on Step Brothers? Where he's a lumberjack and
Oh.
I've come for my woman.
Yeah, that was the ending of Step Brothers when his therapist frickin' had
When she came
had
over.
a fantasy about him.
Yeah.
When she got to the Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer. Lamb of God.
Oh yeah.
I'm on Earth.
Yeah, those would be good. The whole fucking
System
every
of a
single
Down.
one of those.
That would be kind of crazy.
That sounds like a good lineup, that whole bit.
Yeah, System of a Down, Corn, Red Hot Chili Peppers. And people keep saying Blink 182. Why Blink 182?
Blink 182 doesn't fit in there. Neither does Linkin Park.
Well,
You know.
and
I could
Well,
see
there are a lot of
Red
metal
Hot Chili
dudes
I
there.
guess I could see.
I mean, I could see like you would have to have a day of Linkin Park and
Seether.
Blinkin' 182 and Seether.
yes,
You'd have to have a day of that bullshit.
I love Seether.
one of the
Any
issues,
mouthfucker says Green Day, I'm gonna punch him in the
Papa
mouth.
Roach.
I will fucking climb into that computer, and I will find you.
Breaking
one of
Benjamin,
the
Hailstorm, Pantera, Slipknot, Shine Down, Bring Me to the Horizon, Godsmack, Ghost Mansion.
One of the issues I have a lot with Rockville is when they do their lineup, they mix and match so much.
Oh,
That
they
it
instead
looks
of
like
having
crap.
like fucking days of like
Here's a hard
new
rock
metal
genre,
or
here's new
fucking-
metal,
yeah.
here's
What the hell?
old metal, here's power.
Okay, this Danielle Anderson, this is crazy. Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, 38 Special, Steve Miller Band, Scorpions, Heart, Chili Peppers, Pat Benatar, Korn, Garbage, 30 Seconds to Mars, Kings of Leon, Three Doors Down, Imagine Dragons, Phil Collins, Eric Clapton, Fleetwood Mac, Carlos Santana, Nickelback.
I'd go see that. Oddly enough,
I would too.
Phil Collins, man, why not,
Why not?
man?
It doesn't fit into Rockville, but
Yeah.
sure. I
No,
mean,
yeah, Phil Collins, fuck
they're
it.
not bad bands in by themselves.
I know I'm a metal guy, but that would be not bad. Phil
You'd
Collins.
rock,
would be
rock
bad.
yourself some Phil Collins.
I rock out with my cock out with Phil Collins.
Yeah, you would.
Okay, I listen to Phil Collins every fucking day, okay? I listen to the Tarzan soundtrack every day at work.
You're crazy. Oh yeah, you have to.
I have to. I don't want to.
So one of my guys from work, he went to the Stained concert
And stained his underwear.
and God, who opened for him?
I shit myself.
Um,
I shit myself today.
Shut up. Hold on a second. Who opened for
Oh,
them?
shit.
Holy shit.
Killswitch Engage, joined by ex-vocalist Howard Jones at New England Metal and Hardcore Festival.
Nice. Come on, New England.
Yeah, and it sucks.
Oh, wait a second. Sorry, wrong. He went to, it wasn't Stained, it was, Creed.
But, yeah, it sucks Howard Jones left. And he only left because he had issues with his diabetes.
Beatty.
Jeez.
And,
I got
Finger 11. And then
I got
3 Doors
diabetes.
Down.
diabetes.
Diabetes.
So he was like, I don't know who this Finger 11 was. And I'm like, oh, I know that song. I know this song. And I'm like, trying to think of it. And they're singing a Genesis song, right?
Mhm.
And then he's like, but wait. And it was, now I forget the song. Oh my god.
Finger 11.
What's the 11 song? All of a sudden, I forgot the name of it.
Did you ever see the transition in like 2009 and 10? Howard Jones was like a freaking
Paralyzer.
stick.
Yeah.
Paralyzer.
And then in like 2011, he was fucking just jacked.
Yeah, well, that's what steroids does. The only way you're adding 20 pounds of fucking muscle.
And now he's back to being a stick.
Who?
Howard Jones.
See, I knew a Howard Jones like in back in the day.
Yeah, for a kill switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he left in 2011, and the original singer. Weren't you just yelling at him about this?
So you know who that is? I turned it down.
What? Who was it?
It's Finger 11.
I'll go Finger 11.
This finger goes to 11.
You fucking disgusting pig, dude. Golly.
And little Finger 11. So, I've been watching Yellowstone, and, you know, I never watched Yellowstone. Well, I've been watching a lot of old shit. Not that Yellowstone's old. But that's actually a pretty decent show. I'm probably catching on later than most fucking people. But watching Jerry Seinfeld again is a fucking breath of fresh air. Although I didn't see a lot of their episodes, and I didn't think anything of it. But for today, it's fucking hilarious.
And it's funny because when you first started watching it, you're like, yeah, it's funny. It's got its moments, but it's not like a hilarious shit. But now you're like, it's like, fucking funny.
Well, like,
but you're also what,
from 1993 to now.
Yeah.
The fucking, it's timeless, man.
Yeah.
You know.
But I will say in the earlier seasons, the comedy was a bit. I guess you say drier. Or it wasn't as funny as it is getting into the like third, fourth, and fifth season. Yeah,
it really is hilarious. Seinfeld, you know, it's worth another watch. Yeah, I can't beat it. I mean, the writing's much better than most of the shit nowadays.
It's all the stuff that you can talk about again. Like you can talk about, like you can't talk about now. But Ricky Gervais was just on The View. I think it was just a newer one. He's like, you know what? Free speech is what it's all about, and we have to be able to talk about certain things and joke about certain things without everybody basically getting their panties in a bunch. And
right.
You don't like it, don't listen to it.
Right.
It's basically what it's about. You know, if you can't handle it, let it go. You know, that's all you got anymore is that freedom of speech and to have a laugh.
And we won't have it anymore if this new, this camel toe gets in. She's already talked about fucking stifling free speech, and you know, it's just ridiculous. I think, and like especially Gavin Newsom with his, you know, the memes and shit, and if you're wrong or if they say that you're misinformation, then you can be charged and arrested. Well, you can say anybody's misinformation, you know.
So look at Alex Soros just had Tim Waltz at his house.
Oh yeah.
Posting him. Soros, I mean, just.
He's a fucking Nazi, man. Well, you know that, right?
Well, no, his son.
Well, no,
his sons are doing it now. So
the whole
apple doesn't
fucking
fall
family.
from the tree, right?
No, the dude's a fucking Nazi. Yeah, George Soros is a fucking Nazi.
Yeah.
And admitted to it many a fucking times on fucking TV in interviews that he fucking turned in Jews, and everybody's happy with this fucking guy, hunky dory, you know. And this latest thing, Trump blaming Jews. And I know a lot of fucking people.
Trump blaming Jews. What do you mean?
I know but not he didn't blame Jews. He says, well, if she wins, and it's a lot of Jewish people's fault, which I agree. It's really. A lot of people are upset because, oh, where does he get off? Well, where does Biden get off saying if you don't vote for him, you ain't black? What the fuck is that shit?
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, you know, the majority of these people are fucking hated by these liberals because they want Hamas to kill every fucking Jew in sight. I mean, that's what it is. They don't want them alive, but yet these dumb motherfuckers still vote in these people with these fucking policies.
So
that would rather support Hamas.
You know what's crazy to me is I never
self-hating.
I never would have thought, like, as a kid hearing about like Nazis and stuff like that. It's like, why would there be so much hate for a particular group of people for no reason, really?
Right.
I never thought I'd witness fucking racism or anti-Semitism in my life.
It's bad.
It is so fucking. And I'm not even talking about Israelis. Israel is doing their own thing separate from what I consider Jews at this point. Granted, they're technically, Judaism is technically their religion and everything like that, but the Israeli government's different from the religion.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. But for straight hate going to Jewish people all over the place.
Yeah, no.
For no reason.
Well, that's just a Muslim thing. That's a Nation of Islam.
But it's not even Muslims doing it. It's a bunch of fucking liberal kids.
Yeah, no,
20-year-olds.
True. Bunch of 20-year-olds and shit. Well, you know what? I've also seen what I've seen what happened to Christians in Jerusalem, in Israel. They're picked on, and I've seen them. I've seen Christian missionaries over there. I've seen the videos of that shit, and the kids are unruly as fuck. I mean, these are the kind of kids that need a fucking ass whooping, need a beating. Need to be taken down a peg. I think they've gotten too big for their britches, really. Instead of defending what they have, and then I'm all for swatting a fly with a fucking hammer, but not going out in my backyard and trying to find a shitload of flies. You know what I mean? I would give them a one fell fucking swoop, one hardcore fucking beating. And then I'd be done. I'm like, okay, you're done. There's not enough of you to do this. I would never carry on a fucking war forever, like what's going to happen here. Just like what we did in the past fucking 20 fucking years. Before we got out. So-called got out. We're not out. But, yeah, I But I feel I understand what Trump's saying.
Not to mention, Iran has been throwing missiles at Israel.
Yeah.
The whole Middle East now is in on it too.
Yeah, we're gonna get to a point either she's gonna start World War III is what's gonna happen, and Trump's not. We'll stop that shit for 4 years at least. Well, at least we'll have a 4-year reprieve if he gets in office of anybody who's doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
Ukraine's over. Zelensky was here pandering and begging for fucking more money. He was at a munitions plant.
Fuck him.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit too.
Oh shit.
Thinking they're gonna fucking win. They're not gonna win. It's over. Russians got what they wanted. They haven't moved. Every time Ukrainians gain 20 feet, the Russians get it back.
But the only reason why they've held out is because they've had all of our technology.
Right.
They've had all of our shit.
But he could have sued for peace anyway with the guy. As a matter of fact, I believe that Putin and they've come to the table and said, hey, peace, and we're done, But whatever. They're both pieces of shit, Zelensky and Putin, and that's something I wish we'd never fucking spent $1 on. Just didn't give a shit. Don't fucking care. Our money is better used here.
Ouch.
Instead of by some politicians saying that Ukraine needs money or another country needs money.
We give every fucking new warlord a bunch of money every time they show up. We funded a lot of our own enemies that way, you know that.
Yeah, as the UN is fucking sitting back and enjoying the fucking show while we're paying. Stupid.
Yeah, it's all our shit. UN uses all of our technology, all of our fucking money.
Yeah.
We're the only ones that pay the fucking bill.
Yeah. Well, I'm tired of fucking. It's not a righteous war. It's not a good war.
Hmm.
It's not a. You're not really. I don't know. It's not for us. It's not for the U.S. For them, it is what it is. But for us, it's not. It's not for us. Anyway, is there anything else on the docket?
Sleep Token. Sleep Token is a metal band. They were formerly a bunch of different, kind of like jazz musicians. Which,
okay.
If you've listened to jazz, they can get pretty freaking technical, and they're pretty impressive. But they formed a metal band, and one of my coworkers turned me on to them.
Okay, Sleep Token.
Yes.
I'll have to take a listen.
Fair warning, it's kind of one of those bands that they stay in the metal,
Mm-hmm.
but some of their songs will go very slow and kind of melodic, and they don't pick into heavy fast stuff. Other songs are just straight to the punch.
That's cool.
So they
awesome.
switch. They got a interesting
switch it up.
dynamic.
Okay, that's cool. I like that. So anything from you, Goat? Seeing how you planned out everything.
I talked where I had to say.
I've said my piece.
I've said my piece.
The throat has spoken.
And we've not even talked about Beetlejuice, and that's what it's.
No.
Oh
we
yeah,
didn't talk
hey
about
yeah. Tell me
Beetlejuice.
about Beetlejuice. How did you feel about Beetlejuice? We got 10 minutes.
I like Beetlejuice too. It was interesting. I thought that Winona Ryder did a great job.
I thought she was a little.
I thought it was great, but the funniest parts in that was from the stepmom.
Oh, the stepmom. Yeah, she was great.
Stepmom.
No, the mom from.
Why can't I think of her name?
Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah, Catherine O'Hara.
Oh, I didn't think she was a stepmom. I thought she was the mom.
No, she's
No,
stepmom.
she's stepmom.
She was she was the best part in there.
I don't know. I like Michael Keaton.
Well, okay.
I like Beetlejuice.
I think Michael Keaton is the given in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, he was good.
Well, they set it
I
up.
think-
It seemed
I
like
still
they set
think
it up for a third.
I still think that she had more of the zingers and the
Yeah.
funny things in there than he did. So, I think they played that character really well.
That's probably the way they wrote Beetlejuice.
The only thing that I think it was okay, but they could have done without the Beetlejuice wife story.
Yeah, that was a little off. That was left field kind
That
of thing.
took away from the movie a little bit.
Yeah.
They could have done without it. It was,
I don't think it was a necessity.
no.
But I think it kept Beetlejuice's mind off of really,
Yeah.
Trying to get rid of her was his main focus, I think.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why it kind of worked.
Yeah.
Because that's what he was kind of doing. But
I like Bob. He was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
he's funny, poor guy, man.
I
Guy
like
with the
Bob.
shrunken head, but his name is Bob. Poor guy. Bob had everything happen to
I think
poor Bob.
that's supposed to be the same one that he met inside the when he got eaten by the sandworm set up in front of Juno. Yeah, I think that was Bob in there.
And I didn't realize, but I was wondering, why is the dad not in there?
He's a
but then
pedophile.
Well, that's what you were telling me. I've never got to look it up, but they still used his likeness in a picture, and then they had it where a shark had bit his head off.
Yeah.
And so there was only this. Now, you didn't even have to have him involved in that whole thing. Dad didn't have to even be talked about other than he's dead.
Yeah.
I like the fact Catherine O'Hara at the end got fucking bit. Bit by snakes. That's funny.
They were supposed to be
She died.
defanged.
They're defanged asps.
And they
Egyptian
were like,
asps.
oh, I take it they weren't defanged. She's like, no, I can't be dead.
Fucking two of them.
So everybody's fucking dying in that
Everybody- yeah.
movie.
So, yeah. But there wasn't a bad story about her ex-husband and her daughter, the daughter's father. She wasn't all that great in there. She was okay. I forget her name. Their
Jenna
daughter.
Ortega.
Yeah, Ortega. She was okay. Wasn't the greatest, but no, number one's still number one. You know, what can you say? You know, the first Beetlejuice was great. And of course, you know, Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis aren't going to be it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it was a loophole, and they got out, so they weren't out of there. And what bothered me is
he was arrested in 2002 for possession of child sexual abuse material and soliciting
child porn.
a 14-year-old boy to produce sexually explicit images between September 2000 and May 2001. He photographed the child and paid him to pose nude on multiple occasions wearing a cowboy hat with stuffed animals and dressed as a Native American.
Now, that's awful descriptive of the photos, so somebody had seen those photos.
Well, technically speaking, the police have to.
I'll bet he made it rain. If I was 14 and somebody was paying me to no, I wouldn't do gay shit, but I don't know. Is that gay shit being photographed?
So,
yes, it's gay.
his punishment
it's
was
also
5
very fucked
years
up and very
probation, counseling, and the requirement to register as a sex offender.
So he got a slap on the wrist.
Then they found some more shit again, from my understanding.
Other offenses. Jen was arrested twice for failing to update his sex offender status. First in Florida and then in California in 2010. Jones pleaded guilty to the felony charge in California, receiving a sentence of 250 hours of community service.
See?
In 2006, Jones' record became the subject of a community complaint during production of Hoosier Caddy in Aiken, South Carolina. Upon learning of his involvement, locals insisted that the public should have been alerted, considered the families were being invited to visit the set.
So yeah,
that's interesting.
He's a pedophile. So anyway, I enjoyed Beetlejuice, so I give it one horn. That's like a 50%. No, the horns are broken.
You like to break the horns.
So if that's it, the script for Happy Gilmore is finished.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's finished? So when are they going to start filming Happy Gilmore 2?
I think they're just starting now.
Fuck yeah, man. I can't wait. Oh, I guess Shooter McGavin, the actor, Shooter McGavin, is on Twitter. Or was it Twitter or
What?
TikTok?
What?
The guy who plays Shooter, I forget his name, but he is as Shooter McGavin on TikTok or something.
Yeah.
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 He was doing something.
Him and Adam Sandler are still buddies.
Yeah, well, I'm fucking. How can you not be? I hear Adam Sandler is a fucking.
Just popped back into my head. Rob Schneider recently was talking about his friendship with Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, in the past 30 years, not a week has gone by where he hasn't called me. So just to check up. So he said he called me at 2 in the morning. I guess either he was in Italy or Sandler was in Italy. But he called Schneider at 2 o'clock in the morning and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he goes, "It's 2 in the morning, I'm sleeping." He goes, "Well, get up, we gotta talk. How are you doing?"
That's a buddy, man.
So he goes, all he does, he calls and checks up on him. He goes, they get dinner all the time and stuff like that, but he's always just making sure he's okay.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
I've not heard a bad word spoken about him.
No, I hear he's a nice guy. He really is an American treasure.
Well, it's humble beginnings.
You know. Yeah.
And he just stuck with it. I hear his wife is a bit on the posh side of it, but
yeah. Well, what can you do? You got money, you got money. Somebody's got to spend it, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's I think over $400 million in net worth.
About that time. Good night, everybody.
Night,
This has been the
night.
Metal Perspective Show. I'll bite that taint.
You're such a fucking weirdo.